Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa tabi'in. My name is Shehu Ahmad Saeed Galadanchi. When the capital moved from Lagos to Abuja, unfortunately, General Murtala was assassinated. The next general who took over was General Obasanjo, and his deputy was Yaradua, Musa Yaradua. Now these two tried to implement the ideas that Murtala brought at that time. When the idea began to be implemented in Abuja, Musa Yaradua, who was the second in command, and of course he was a very good Muslim and a very good Nigerian. So one thing he did was to make sure that a national mosque was built in Abuja. That national mosque would be a kind of confluence for all the Muslims in Nigeria. So what he did was he tried to establish or to set up a committee of people. Some of them were ulama, learned men. Some of them were civil servants, but important people in the civil service. And some of them were the leaders of Nigeria. So he set up a committee of 7 people, including himself, in order to find out where the national mosque would be set up in Abuja. Number one, of course, the general was the chairman of the committee, General Musa Yaradua. 2, Sheikh Abubakar Mahmoud Gumi. 3, Malam Yahya Gusau. 4, Muhammad Talib. There was Emir of Gondu. Then there was also Liman Chiroma, and then myself. All these have already gone, except myself. The government showed us some of the places where they thought the mosque would be built. Now we went around, that is this committee, including myself, of course. We went around and selected one of the areas they showed us. That is where the mosque was built. The next important question was where to get the money to build the mosque, because it was not the intention of the government to give money for the Muslims to build the mosque. So where can we get money to build the national mosque? That was the important question. We went to Sokoto to meet the Sultan of Sokoto, who was the father of the present Sultan of Sokoto. And the Sultan promised to ask Nigerians to contribute 2 naira only as their contribution for the building of the National Mosque in Abuja. In 1979, there was a change of government. When that happened, of course, Shehu Shagari became the head of the government, the civilian head of the government. That was in 1979, as I said. Now, as a Muslim, of course, when he became the head of the government, he decided to go to Mecca and perform Umrah. So he went there. He went to fought with some of his people. Now, as head of the state or as president of Nigeria, he had the privilege to meet the king of Saudi. At that time, the king was King Khalid. Shehu Shagari met him and told him that Nigeria now decided to move the capital from Lagos to Abuja. That was one. 2, the Muslims in Nigeria decided to build a national mosque in Abuja. That was the information given by Shehu Shagari to the king, to King Khalid. Now, there and then, the king promised to give their contribution for this mosque. So he mentioned that the Mamlaka, the Saudi Arabia, was willing to give 100 million riyal. That was a lot of money. It was a lot of money. So that was what happened. Then when Shagari returned to Nigeria, after some time, the king sent 50 million riyal to Nigeria. The remaining 50 million riyal, which was promised by the king of Saudi, that was King Khalid, was paid during the time of King Fahd. So it was decided that the Sultan of Sokoto need not to ask the Muslims to give money, because that money would be enough, definitely, more than enough. So the idea to how to start the building of the mosque started. Shehu Musa Yaradua took the initiative to do what he started. That is to make sure that the mosque was built. So he continued to be the chairman of that committee, and the committee, with quite a number of people, started to get a contractor, a very good contractor, who would be able to build a proper national mosque. So this was done, and the building started. I think it started in about 1981. The building started at about that time. And for few years, I think until 1980, something like 86 or thereabout, the building was completed. It was completed, and it was definitely a very good and very important mosque. There was no any building at that time in Abuja which was similar or even near the mosque. The mosque was the best building in Abuja at that time. The opening ceremony of the mosque was in 1992. That committee decided to appoint an imam. The mosque was under Nigeria's Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs. The administration of the mosque under the chairman of the council appointed by the Nigerian Supreme Council, who was the Yesu of Nifi. That is the father of the present Yesu. He was the chairman of the council of the mosque. The Murshid appointed some committees in order to be responsible for the affairs of the mosque. Before that time, imams were not participating in all the affairs of the mosque. The only thing they used to do was to come and pray, to come and lead prayers, but they had nothing to do in the administration of the mosque. Now, the Murshid thought that it was important that imams should not only lead prayers, but they should participate in everything with regard to the mosque. So a committee was set up to look after the welfare of the mosque. Another committee was set up to look after the administration of the imams in leading the prayers. And another one was appointed to be in charge of the educational affairs of the mosque. Another one was appointed to be in charge of the financial affairs of the mosque. Anyway, all these committees were very effective in running the affairs of the mosque. One other important thing which that administration thought was to initiate a way in order to get resources or some money which will continue to assist the mosque in running its affairs, in paying, for example, for the electricity, in paying allowances for the imams, and you have to have money in order to run the affairs of any organization. So, in order to do this, the mosque decided to build a section in the mosque which would be a kind of what do you call it? A mall, so that people would come and rent it. And in that place, you can get almost everything which is brought from Saudi Arabia. Now we could say that the mosque has quite a number of sections. One, of course, was the library. The library is now a very good library. We have quite a lot of books. In addition to the library, we have also the academy. That is the section where we teach young people, how to read and write Al-Quran. And some of them also try to recite the Quran. It was King Fahd who started this competition of Al-Quran readers. You see, he started that in Mecca. And from that time, people in the whole world became interested in reading and understanding Al-Quran as it should be. Then we have also clinic. That clinic is also very active now. We provide assistance to visitors, to the people who come to the mosque. And the clinic also is really doing very well.
Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam taslim kaseera. With gratitude to Almighty Allah, I want to express our profound gratitude to the authorities of Saudi. The mosque becomes a central point of Islamic activities. This mosque can take almost, I think, about 3,000 to 5,000 worshippers, at a time, both inside and outside. And then as part of promoting and propagating Islam, it's only meant for prayers, it's meant for seminars, education, dawah, and all the activities of Islam. We allow people to come and conduct marriages here. Naming ceremonies, marriages, we organize that and then they come here and do those activities. And there also even the conferences, any Islamic conferences or seminars, any private organization will approach the mosque. We make available the conference hall, maybe having some small charges, to prepare the ground and whatever. And then during the Ramadan also, we used to have a lot of activities in the mosque in terms of iftar, then providing food, private individual come, give food out, for iftar and other activities in the Ramadan. And because we allow Muslims to come all over the country to come and even observe some Ramadan activities and prayers. They stay here and then finish something they cannot afford to prepare themselves for Ramadan. But when they come here, they feel comfortable. So when the non-Muslims will assist them because we want to get their mind, call them into Islam, because we believe strongly. If we do that, some people are like, even they need this. Sometimes we plan to want to take trip to the prison yard where people are accused of something, and then we give them something, and then just to encourage them that the life, as long as they live, there's still hope.
Now that the mosque is really functioning very well, it's not a place for saying prayers only, but it is a place where people
propagate Islam, in terms of the way we live with each other,
help one another, know one another, discuss their businesses, discuss their problems, and do what is good for the Islam. So I do hope that Muslims should use this mosque in this way. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.